Hey, so I thought I'd do something a little bit different this time and kind of talk about my hitting session that I had this past trip in Japan with a former pro, former Japanese pro. He's no longer on the tour, but kind of want to just go over how it felt and yeah, how my game felt just hitting with him. So I knew coming into this day there was going to be strong winds, even though it was a nice day. So that's fine. That's just a variable I got to know how to play with. But I think the main really unexpected thing were these courts. It had this like slick type of surfacing on it, where it's like you can just slide super easy on. So when he was, when we were kind of just talking in the beginning at first, he was kind of just like giving me a heads up, like, hey, this thing is gonna play super fast. Probably like this is the fastest surface I've ever played on, and stuff. So and it was definitely like no joke. It was so fast, and I had I spent a good amount of time trying to figure out the timing for these balls and everything. So these just super fast courts and these winds just were really something to just have to really adjust, make a lot of adjustments to. And for my flat hitting type of game, it it it's definitely asking a lot. So it's good to practice, but I it was definitely a lot to deal with. And I'm hitting with somebody new, like never, I don't know his ball and stuff. It's much colder than hitting here in LA even in the winter. So there's so many different variables to juggle, but that's tennis. So it ultimately still is a great practicing. It's still good practice for that and that kind of adjustments, how to make always adjustments. So, but as you can see here from the beginning, I mean, I'm just trying to like loop the ball the most I've ever in my life and add just spin all the time and just get used to these courts and these conditions. So it was definitely a little rough, but that's all I'm just trying to do here. Just in the middle, back to him this whole time, and get whatever feel I can get on the ball as much as possible. He mentioned that even though he plays at this sports complex, that this he doesn't really have too much experience with this surface and stuff. So he was adjusting as much as me, and like nobody likes wind. So for both of us, this is just how to deal with these conditions. At this point, I hadn't played in like over a week, so I was definitely just trying to get a lot of feel on the ball and just worried about that. Even here with practicing volleys, I definitely was feeling it a lot better than I thought I would. So that was really nice. Especially my backhand volley. It wasn't feeling when I practiced before leaving on this trip. It wasn't feeling the greatest per se. So, but I think you can see around like I'm still kind of slipping around here. It's just hard to plant your foot because it's gonna slip. was definitely really happy with how the volleys turned out and felt. So I'm really glad I took this side angle footage, because that whole day, I mean, I just was like, I felt just like I'm hitting late on everything. I'm just hitting late on everything. It's just no feel on it. So this kind of did help show that I was trying to still keep it as early as possible, even with how quick it was playing, and I was kind of adapting to it. And I remember my backhand feeling much more comfortable that day than my forehand, so it definitely showed on this angle. My backhand, yeah, like really did kind of feel as good as it looked, I thought, from here. So that was really nice to see. And I think by here it's like had been over like an hour into the session. It was a 2-hour session, so I think I was starting to understand the movement better on the surface, his ball and the wind as much as possible. So that was definitely helping. Also just look like I like how this. I also just like how this angle looked with everything in the back. Seemed very with the trees and like all that kind of stuff. It looked really nice. I think even here my forehand started to look like it was connecting a little bit more in front, not as late. So yeah, at the end, before trying to like with finishing up for finishing up the session, I try to just ask him like if we can do these rally points. Try to get a little bit of pressure and how to deal with the conditions. So we just do these cross court, first few balls are cross court and then just play on from there. So it's definitely not sexy tennis at all. It's just a mess, but gotta play points, how to adjust, how to always keep adjusting as these gusts blow, and all this kind of stuff. So I think even still here, I was trying to be aggressive, but I was still just trying to keep it in for the most part and not being as aggressive as I usually am, and just kind of hitting it a lot back to him. I kind of remember I will take a cheeky net cord. I think I just wanted to hit more balls for sure, but I remember just kept pulling up too much too early, and a lot of those forehands would spray long. Yeah, just 2 in a row like that. I mean, it's still not even that great of margins over the net. Some of these balls, yeah, like that needs to be spinned up. Too good. Yeah, just can't miss that kind of cross court. I just need more spin on that, more margin, more air. But we'll take it. I do remember at this point feeling a little bit more confident on my backhand. He was hitting it to it a lot too. I'm also cutting a lot of points out. I mean, there's so many that just couldn't even get the rally started. You know, it just lost on the first after the first ball and stuff. So this is, you know, it was kind of tough. It was definitely tough. Yeah, I just same mistake. Yeah, so bad. Yeah, too good. Yeah, I could not hit approach shots for the life of me. Coming up into the court, like, or slicing anything moving forward was terrible that day. Yeah, just another one just spraying long. I mean, the trees are just swaying so badly in the back. It's just gusting around. I feel like hitting line backhand not bad. No, actually, looking more back at it more. I was stupid lucky. Pro's not bad. So yeah, great session overall. Super fun. Huge shout out to him. He was a great guy. Nice talking to him a lot. And stuff. He actually spoke a bit of English, pretty good too, because he trained in Serbia. So yeah, if I could totally do it again, totally would hit him up. I'll hit him up. if he's free and stuff next time I'm in Japan or something. So yeah, definitely main takeaways on just adaptability. I thought I adapted a lot better than maybe going into it, I thought. Especially since I'm not a heavy top spin user. So I think it's good to know for myself. You don't know what kind of conditions you're gonna have on the day that you compete or the day you play. So you have to just play it all. So this is just it's not what I wanted, but it was definitely what is needed to practice in. So for that, it was definitely good to kind of know how I think and adapt during a session. So yeah, that would be the main takeaway from this session. So but yeah, this was a lot of fun. Huge thanks to him. Hope I can do more sessions like these. Just want to get in front of different types of people and use that to help understand where my game is at. So, more to come, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.